Good morning, class 10 students. Hope all of you are well. So, today I am discussing some question answers of inorganic chemistry and metallurgy. First, starting with inorganic chemistry. First question is name a gas which can be prepared in Gibbs apparatus. Write the balanced chemical equation of the reaction for the preparation of the gas. So, answer H2S can be readily and intermittently prepared in Gibbs apparatus. H2S is prepared by the action of dilute sulfuric acid on ferrous sulfide. Equation you know, then also I am mentioning FeS plus H2SO4 equal to FeSO4 plus H2S. Second question, compare the following two properties of naphthalene and sodium chloride. Properties are melting point and solubility in water. So, sodium chloride and naphthalene. First column sodium chloride. Next I am discussing naphthalene points. First point is melting point. Being electrovalent compound, NaCl has a high melting point, that is 808 degrees Celsius. Being covalent compound, naphthalene has low melting point, that is 80 degrees Celsius. Next point is solubility in water. Sodium chloride is highly soluble in polar solvent like water, and naphthalene is insoluble in water. Next question. Show with the help of reactions that ammonia shows reducing properties. So when ammonia is passed over heated cupric oxide, it reduces CuO to brown copper. Reaction you can say 2NH3 plus 3CuO equal to 3Cu plus 3H2O plus N2. And another example, when ammonia is passed over heated PbO, that is lead oxide, it reduces lead oxide to lead. So 2NH3 plus 3PbO equal to 3Pb plus 3H2O plus N2. Next question. Question number 4. How does aqueous ammonia react with aluminium chloride and ferric chloride solutions? Answer. Reaction of aqueous ammonia with aluminium chloride solution. Aqueous solution of ammonia, that is NH4OH, that means ammonium hydroxide, reacts with aluminium chloride forming white gelatinous precipitate of aluminium hydroxide. AlCl3 plus 3NH4OH equal to AlOH whole thrice. Press down arrow, within bracket we will write white because color is white precipitate, plus 3NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride. And reaction of aqueous ammonia with ferric chloride solution. Aqueous solution of ammonia, that is NH4OH, reacts with ferric chloride solution forming brown precipitate of ferric hydroxide, that is FeCl3 plus 3NH4OH equal to FeOH whole thrice, down arrow, within bracket brown because this is brown in color, this precipitate, plus 3NH4Cl. Next question. Why cannot ammonia gas be dried over concentrated sulfuric acid, calcium chloride or phosphorus pentoxide? Answer. Ammonia gas cannot be dried over concentrated sulfuric acid as it reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid and forms ammonium sulfate. Reaction 2NH3 plus H2SO4 equal to NH4 whole 2 SO4. That means ammonium sulfate. Ammonia gas cannot be dried over calcium chloride because it reacts with calcium chloride chemically and forms an additive compound. That is CaCl2 plus 8NH3 will form CaCl2 dot 8NH3. So ammonia gas cannot be dried over phosphorus pentoxide because it forms ammonium metaphosphoric acid, that is P2O5 plus H2O equal to 2HPO3. HPO3 plus NH3 equal to NH4PO3. Next question. Mention the steps along with chemical reactions and conditions of the process of industrial preparation of urea. So urea is prepared by reaction between ammonia and carbon dioxide at elevated temperatures and at high pressure. So you can say that urea is prepared by reaction between ammonia and carbon dioxide at elevated temperature and at high pressure, approximate 200 atmosphere. CO2 plus 2NH3 equal to CONH2 whole 2, that is urea plus H2O. In the first step, CO2 reacts with NH3 to form ammonium carbamate. In the next step, ammonium carbamate decomposes into urea and water. So 2NH3 plus CO2 equal to H2NCOONH4, ammonium carbamate, and H2NCOONH4 equal to CONH2 whole 2, that is urea plus H2O. Next question. Why is a bottle containing liquor ammonia to be cooled before opening it? Aqueous solution of ammonia is used in laboratory, but this is quite volatile. So, on a hot summer day, ammonia is volatilized and remains within a capped bottle. So, it must not be opened directly, else it will bump and may cause injury to your eyes. To reduce the volatility of ammonia, the bottle should be first cooled and then the bottle should be carefully opened, keeping it away from your face. Next question. What happens when H2S is passed through acidified solution of CuSO4? If H2S is passed through acidified blue-colored solution of CuSO4, the black precipitate of cupric sulfide, CuS, is formed. That is CuSO4 plus H2S equal to CuS down arrow, color is black, plus H2SO4. Question number 9. What happens when, what remedial measures are to be taken by us and why in case there is an accidental leakage of ammonia around us? This question answer you will get from your book. Then also I am discussing. Ammonia is a hazardous gas. It is harmful for the eyes and may damage eyes permanently. Necessary precautions should be taken when there is a leakage of ammonia tank or plants. The possible measures are: ammonia gas is highly soluble in water, so spray cold water to the affected part of the body and place it in water to dissolve quickly. Second one, the ammonia tank should be airtight. Third one, the portion of tank which is leaked should be kept immersed in cold water. Number 4, if eyes are affected, they should be washed. Now question number 10, write down the balanced chemical equation and the process of collection of H2S gas when prepared in the laboratory. So in the laboratory, hydrogen sulfide is prepared by the action of dilute sulfuric acid on ferrous sulfate. Ferrous sulfide. FeS plus H2SO4 equal to FeSO4 plus H2S. And collection, the H2S gas formed in this reaction contains little amount of hydrogen gas. So it is freed from hydrogen gas by passing it through a U-tube immersed in freezing mixture. Here H2S is liquefied and H2S gas passes out. After removal of H2, that means hydrogen gas, it is warmed and the gas is collected by upward displacement of air as it is heavier than air. Now, metallurgy questions. First one, what happens when a piece of zinc is added to an aqueous solution of copper sulfate? Show with the help of electronic theory that this is an oxidation reduction reaction. Answer, when a strip of white zinc metal is immersed in a blue colored solution of copper sulfate, then copper sulfate is reduced to metallic copper and zinc is oxidized to zinc sulfate, that is ZnSO4. Hence, the blue color of the solution gradually fades and the metal is covered by a reddish brown coating of metallic copper. So, Zn plus CuSO4 equal to Cu plus ZnSO4. The reaction can be represented in ionic form as follows. I am telling you, listen to me carefully. Zn plus Cu plus 2 equal to you will not give, you can give arrow sign because this is an ionic reaction. Zn plus 2 plus Cu. Next, Zn atom loses 2 electrons to form Zn plus 2 ion, that is oxidation. On the other hand, Cu plus 2 ion accepts 2 electron to produce Cu atom, that is reduction. So, loss of electron, that is minus Ze, that is oxidation. So, Zn plus Cu plus 2 arrow, Zn plus 2 plus Cu. Zn is the reducing agent, Cu plus 2 is the oxidizing agent. Gain of electron, that is plus Ze minus, that is reduction. Next question, what is passive ion? Cold and concentrated nitric acid or fuming nitric acid reacts with iron producing passive ion. Passive ion is chemically inactive because the acid, when comes in contact with iron, an insoluble coating of iron oxide, that is Fe3O4, forms on iron at the initial stage. This coating makes iron chemically inactive. Number 3. Name the principal ores along with their formulae, each for iron and copper. So first I am telling about copper. Copper pyrites or chalcopyrite, that is Cu2s dot Fe2S3, and iron hematite Fe2O3. Next question, why are pickle-like substances never to be kept in vessels made of aluminium, zinc or copper? Answer, acidic organic substances like fruits, food, materials should not be stored in galvanized utensils because zinc may get dissolved in the food material and cause metal poisoning. During cooking, acidic foods in aluminium utensils create dissolved aluminium compounds which are harmful for health. Acidic foods and chocolates packed in aluminium foil may cause poisoning. In presence of air and acid, copper is oxidized to its soluble compounds and copper poisoning may take place. For this reason, acidic foods should not be cooked or stored in zinc, aluminium and copper utensils. Next question, state the differences between mineral and ore. First I am telling mineral points, then ore points. Compounds of a metal which exist in combination with similar compounds of other metals are known as minerals. A metal may occur in many minerals. The particular mineral from which a metal may be conveniently and economically extracted is called the ore of the metal. Now number 6, what are the advantages of using alloy of a metal compared to the metal itself? Advantages of using alloys over pure metals. First point is increase in hardness, as in gold for ornaments, high speed steel, etc. And number 2, increase in resistance to corrosion, as in stainless steel. Number 7, state the principle of thermite process along with relevant equations. This reaction is based on the principle that elements having more reducing power can reduce the metal oxide to metal having the lower reducing power. For example, in the activity series of metals, aluminium is above iron. That is, its reducing power, that is tendency to donate electron, is greater than that of iron. So equations Fe2O3 plus 2Al equal to Al2O3 plus 2Fe down arrow. Next equation 2Al minus 6E arrow 2Al3 plus, that is oxidation, and another one 2Fe3 plus 6E arrow 2Fe, that is reduction. The last but not the least question, why does a copper vessel get eroded when kept in moist air? Answer, when the copper surface is exposed to moist air for a prolonged period of time, it slowly converts into basic copper carbonate. This forms a green-colored coating on the metal surface. Basic copper carbonate is a mixture of copper carbonate CuCO3 and copper hydroxide CuOH whole twice. Due to lower reactivity of copper metal, the process of such type of corrosion is very slow. So write down all the question answers in your copy, and if you will face any type of problem, then please mail me and ask me the answers properly. I will discuss it again. Thank you students. For any doubts or queries, please email me at sudeshna1.sma@outlook.com. Even you need to send your physical science assignments in this given email ID. Along with this, you may send your test paper question answers along with any doubts or queries in this given email ID.